Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we will be coloring this little snow angel, and I also wanted to talk about some topics that have been going on in the current world of art. One of them being AI art, and I just wanted to give some of my thoughts on that because it is kind of a concerning topic for a lot of artists out there who do want to show their art, want to get good at art, but then they're they're scared that AI might take over and basically it just will get easier. So I'm just gonna kind of tell you guys some of my thoughts on AI. But first, what we're going to go over is when I am coloring a piece, I typically just start putting down flat colors. And these colors are usually colors that are probably going to be very similar to what I'm going to choose. If I don't, I can use a different tool to basically color that in a different color if I don't like it. But for now, let's start to color some of this in. Ooh, wrong layer. I gotta create another layer. I'm getting kind of back into the swing of things. So, again, if some of this is kind of triggering to you and you can't watch this, you can always fast forward or try another one of my other videos. But I did really want to give some thoughts and my own perspective on AI art. One of the things that I do think AI art, I do think it is a little concerning. Um, More so because it kind of takes the artist aspect out of it and it's just completely digital, obviously. And artists are known to be creative. We are creators, much like in the old days it would take days, years, not days, it would take years to create a massive beautiful painting. And that's a big deal. And to take those weeks or days or months and just condense it into here, AI can do it better than you can, is kind of scary. um, but I think that art can use it as a tool. A lot of people have shown this, Ross Draws being one of them. He has used AI to help him with his own art, or trying to give kind of a foundation for what he's going to draw. Um, and I do think as time goes on, AI will get better at art. The thing that I think is going to really make artists stand out is a few things. And I do think artists will be needed. I really do. And this is why I'm kind of positive about this, is because, for one, personally, I value going somewhere and purchasing something that is handcrafted. I just always have. I go to the Renaissance Festival in my hometown, and everything there, all the leather gear, all of everything. And yes, I like leather and furs and stuff like that. It's just something I've always enjoyed and always loved. I do love animals at the same time, but this is something that I do also like. And if they are taken care of in a humanely way, and I do ask these questions and how they are harvested and whatnot. And I know that sounds awful, but I do like furs and leather, and I love leather garb. I think it's been used since many, many years, many, many ages. And I also think that there's nothing like it. I mean, synthetic is just not, there's nothing like it. And I think you can appreciate beautiful furs and leathers, just me personally. So I will say this though, make sure if you do purchase these things that they are done in a humanely way. And I think that the same goes with, what you eat too. I mean, you can eat a cow, and always doing always, if you always are like, well, that's wrong. Well, I eat cows. Okay. Like, I think that that's okay. Anyways, I'm not going to get on that topic. It's a whole nother topic. But basically, with that being said, I think that I prefer purchasing from a person that I don't like. I'm trying to fidget around with my colors. I prefer, basically, I prefer purchasing stuff that is handcrafted over manufactured. And there's some things like you can't really get away from, like cars and whatnot, obviously. But overall, like if it's an artist thing, I always try to purchase if I can. And I spend the extra buck. I do. I spend the extra dollar to purchase something that is handcrafted. I think there's a little bit more value to it. I think that, and I'm about to go into this, everything kind of has this energetic exchange. And I can explain what I mean by that. It's kind of like one of the things that, for furniture, for instance, I think Amish furniture is absolutely gorgeous. I think I think a lot of times it's beautifully done. I'd rather purchase Amish furniture, and I mean true Amish furniture, over manufactured furniture. I prefer it. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I think that there's heart that's put into it. There's a lot of time and effort, and it just means more. And there are people's houses I've been to, and they have gorgeous Amish furniture, and I just look at that furniture and I'm like, whoa, that is beautiful, and there's nothing like it. Sure, you can go get manufactured furniture, and a lot of, and I'm not gonna even lie, I have some, but like there's nothing there's nothing that's like beautifully handcrafted furniture. Okay, so let me go into energetic exchange. So everything in life, you create some sort of energetic exchange. And what I mean by this is, so sometimes there are people, and I assume everyone watches different YouTubers, and they just enjoy watching the YouTuber. Some for entertainment purposes, some for learning purposes, but sometimes you just enjoy them. You like them. They're good. They're likable people. That's because they're creating this energetic exchange. They're creating this exchange of who this person is. They're sharing a piece of them, and you're enjoying that. You're enjoying that piece of that person and what they have to offer. Well, AI, sure, there could be some sort of energetic exchange. I saw this picture. What was it? I saw this picture. I don't know what to color her hair. Maybe like orange. Maybe like oranges, red. Maybe like red. I don't want to do red. Maybe like a blondish orange. Try to do like opposite complementary colors, maybe it'll look better. So I saw this picture on Facebook yesterday, and it was Princess Mononoke. What it would look like as a live action, and it was AI. It was AI art, and honestly, it was beautiful. It was beautiful art. I thought, whoa, that's pretty cool. But the more I looked at it, I could tell, because it didn't say it was AI art. I figured it out. I was like, this is AI art. And yes, the idea of like, hey, this magical Princess Mononoke world could exist in the AI world of this is what AI thinks it could be. But again, I still think that if an actual artist created that, they could have made it look better and in their own way. And yes, maybe that's currently where AI is right now, where, yeah, probably an artist could draw a little bit better than it right now. And I think it will get better. I still think there is still an element of energetic exchange, an element of, wow, this was made by a person, the person's ideas. Because again, AI might be creative by the prompts it's given currently, It's just right now where it's at. I think it's just better off as a tool. And I think, yeah, it's got a cool wow factor currently. Again, these things may change in the future and I might think differently, but as of now, I really think that artists still have the upper hand. And I think that even if AI takes over a lot of art stuff and a lot of art business, I still think it doesn't take a fact away from my art. Rose Colored Sparks created this brand and she wants to make this beautiful art and just get better at it and work at it. And she also has her own techniques, her own flair. And I think you can't really take that away from the artist. I just think AI, sure, it could try to replicate it, and it can do all these things to make it look like your stuff. But the reality is every person, including me, has their own flair and has their own ideas. And I think it's also important to stick to the things that you enjoy drawing. Create that thing that like you are trying to portray. My whole thing, the reason I got into art was because I love fantasy. So like I said, I'm big into the Renaissance Festival. I'm big into magic and the world of magic, and I just love it. I just love it. And I grew up with anime. That's kind of why anime is kind of struck with me a little bit. That's why I kind of went back to the anime roots, is because I kind of grew up with the anime, and I'm good at drawing anime, I think, anyway. I think I'm pretty good at drawing it. But I tried to draw realism for a time. No, we're kind of getting off topic, but I'm just going to kind of dive into this a little bit. I tried to draw realism for a time, trying to draw realistic art, and I just didn't enjoy it. I think I enjoy the more animated stuff. But the real reason I got into art is because I just wanted to share my stories. I wanted to share. I wanted to share my magic, how my own thoughts and my own magical world in my mind. And I think that that's where AI lacks. That's what I'm going to kind of tie this into. I think AI can create a beautiful picture, and maybe it can create somewhat of a story. But we as human beings currently are the creators. We're the thinkers. We make up things in our mind. We literally make up ideas and stories. And I mean, it's beautiful. And I just don't think AI currently is there. I think AI could come up with a story and sure could be somewhat creative, but I don't think to the degree that we as human beings are currently. So any artist out there who wants to get into this, I think they should. I think they should continue to. I think they should continue to draw, continue to learn, and continue to grow their skills. And I feel like I'm doing this. I've been drawing. Technically, I've been drawing my whole life, but I really wanted to get better. And so I've literally started drawing during COVID when things were kind of uncertain. And I started this art thing, like this whole art Rose Colored Sparks thing back in 2020. But I didn't really truly and fully embrace it until probably about a year ago. I have been on and off working on it, but I truly didn't really get into it until as of this past year. And I'm really happy that I did. And I think, yeah, lately, I think AI scares me in general, to be honest with you guys. Like, it's not just art. I don't think art's what scares me, really. That art aspect of AI doesn't scare me. I think just artificial intelligence as a whole kind of scares me, because I think that we as human beings can go a little bit too far. That's just, I guess, my opinion. I think that we can push the boundaries of things that we really, honestly, we're taking out the human aspect of life. And I think that at some point we as human beings should stop exploring in certain areas and just enjoy life as it is and how what it's given to us in this world, like how life is given to us. And so I'm just going to continue doing my thing. As much as I don't, as much as it does kind of freak me out a little bit, I think there's a lot of good that can come from new technology growth, but I also think there's a lot of things that are unnecessary and we don't really need to push the boundaries on. I think that we just got to continue in this world shining our light, shining our love to everybody, to all the people that, need it. Because there are a lot of people that are hurting in this world. I think there's a lot of people that need the artists, the light, that they shine. I think that there are many people who are struggling with mental health. I think there's a lot of people that are struggling in their own internal world, in their lives, and I think that's where we shine, is to bring a little bit of joy to those people that and also some artists might have their own mental health that they need to work on. And this is calming for them. Well, then don't stop doing it. Don't let AI stop you. Anyways, that's my piece on all of it. I know it can be a kind of a triggering subject. A lot of people are kind of saddened or upset by it because they're scared. I just say continue doing what you're doing. Continue doing the art that you love. Continue shining. And I think it will show. And I think people will appreciate it either way. There's some YouTubers that I do watch that are motivating speakers, and they say the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Same motivation, same motivating speaking. But yet they'll watch them every single day, and they say the same thing. And they don't change anything they're saying, but I even find myself watching their stuff to make me feel better. And it's like, well, okay, well, a computer could say the same stuff. Well, sure, yeah. It's not about that. I want to go and watch someone that makes me feel good for the time being. I want to just kind of listen to what they have to say, even though I've heard it a million times. It still helps. The same thing goes with art. I think it's like, yeah, I've seen this artist draw many, many times, but I just enjoy watching them. There are a few artists that I just enjoy watching. Sometimes I'll put them on in the background and I'll just start drawing because they motivate me so much. And it's not just, YouTube. I also will go to certain Instagrams to get me motivated back into art and drawing. So I don't think AI can really give you that. I don't think AI can give you that motivational feeling. I just don't. Maybe it can. I just personally, right now, I don't feel that from AI. But anyways, that's all I had to say about that. And I'm probably going to change topics on it. So right now, I'm just working on getting kind of these flat colors. Like I said, these flat colors down. Makes it easier in the coloring process if I just get the flat colors. I did a few changes before this video. I fixed some of the line art that I didn't really care for, and there's still some that bugs me a little bit, but it happens. It's a little messy. Like I said last video, it's a little messy from the previous video. It's still, like I said in the previous video, it's a little messy. So, I don't know. Procreate, like I said, I can make it a little bit cleaner. It is what it is. I'm going to finish this piece and I'm just going to continue working. And that's another thing, if you feel like you don't like something about your art, That's okay. Just keep drawing. I think it's more important to just draw something, even if you don't like aspects of it, and just keep drawing. You'll learn. It'll get easier. You'll learn. And there are plenty of art pieces that I still post and I don't like. I'm like, I draw this and I don't like it. But I still post it because it's progression. And sometimes progression includes regression. Sometimes the sometimes I draw and I feel like, wow, how can I make something look this terrible when I've been drawing for this long? But it happens. I mean, it's all part of learning. Sometimes you'll make things, and also it might also have something to do with your emotional state at that time too. You might have a bad day, and that's okay. I say if you want to draw, keep drawing, and if you don't like it, I would say just keep trying. Or if you really don't like it, there are pieces I've just like, nope, I'm not going to finish this. I don't like it. It looks awful, and that's okay. And I think what's important, if you do have an Instagram account, you don't have to post everything, but I think it is important to even post the things that aren't as pretty as you wanted them to be, and you can fix them, sure. But some of those art pieces will remind you, like, hey, I drew this. Yeah, it wasn't great, but like I've come so far since then. And sometimes I've posted things that I didn't like initially, and then I see them later. I'm like, wow, I don't know why I didn't like this. It actually turned out pretty well. So I think it just depends. I still post stuff. I still continue to post stuff and look at my stuff and be like, wow, I've come a long way. I did this about a month ago, which I'm thinking about doing a video for my art that I drew this year, because I think this year is my biggest progressive year. This year I have learned so much. And I think that most of my progression in my entire art career, if you call it, I don't know, art career, but in my entire art life has been this year. And I think the biggest thing is just doing it, being consistent as much as possible. Life takes over, but one of the most inspirational things that I keep hearing from other artists is just draw it, just do it, it isn't even though it isn't the way you don't think you're there, you don't think your art's that good. Just keep doing it. One of the artists that I follow, her name is Mimi Art. She does YouTube videos, and she also has her own Instagram. She's very inspirational. She, oh my goodness, like she will draw these cute little pictures, and some of them are like for children's books. Some of them are, they're just cute, and I love it. I love her art style. It's not like anything super fancy, as far as like it's not realism, and it's not like super gaudy or anything. It's just these cute little pictures of like a dog and leaves and a little cottage, and these like it's just adorable pictures, and I love them. I absolutely adore them. And what she decided to do was she just decided to post a picture every single day. Just drew something. If whether or not it was finished, she would still post it. And she ended up growing her Instagram account doing that. And to me, that was just so inspirational. Like even if it didn't, even if it wasn't finished, just post it. So it got her the motivation to get started and to just do it. She had a goal, and she said, if it didn't really work out, that's okay. Like I want to do maybe, what do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do, what color. But she just had a goal in mind, and so she decided, I'm just going to do it. And to me, like, that's so, I don't know if this is the color I'm going to go with, but it is for now. It's just so inspirational. And she even, like in her videos, she talks about her art journey and how it's over the years, you know, how she struggled with what she wanted to do with it. And it's just, wow. I don't know. Y'all should go check out her videos. She has great videos, great knowledge, great, you know, how to grow Instagram accounts kind of thing. But I think what makes her awesome is, you know, the effort that she put in, the work that she put in. And she continues to be one of my biggest inspirations. Again, the biggest thing is if you don't feel like you're good, and there are times, like I said, I don't feel like I'm good. There are times I'm frustrated with my own art. Just keep doing it, and it'll get better. And if you really don't like something, you don't have to post it or talk about it. You can just let it go. But I would really recommend that, you know, if it continues to be a pattern where you're like, I just don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Well, I would just really then focus on getting better, and then if you somewhat like something, I would show it to people. I don't see any problem with showing people, even if it's like, even if it's, you know, I mean, I think even the simplest pieces of art can be liked. All right. So these are some of the flat colors. I don't know what to do with her eyes. I might just go ahead and just finish her eyes, because let me see. What do I want her eyes to be? Probably like a blue, because we're kind of going and doing this blue theme. But I'm worried that I might have to add some purples and stuff into this because it's a little bit too blue. But she's supposed to be a snow angel, so I don't know. Probably add some purples and pinks and things like that into this picture. But I'm trying to keep it as close to snow angel-ish. So when I think of snow angels, I think of like snow and like white and blue. Let's just color this in. So this is one way I do eyes. In Procreate, I probably do them a little bit differently. The shape and stuff is normal, but I probably do it a little bit differently in Procreate. Eyes have been something that I've honestly been trying to get better at. There's just so many different ways to do anime eyes. There's like the huge eyes that are real glittery. There's the simplistic eyes. There's all in between. And sometimes I just don't even know what style that I really want to do, because I like all of it. I like all of it. Okay. finish this. Let's see. Actually, I'm just going to color all of this in. And I'll show you why I do it this way. Just because this program has some awesome features. So I like to use the airbrush tool. I think it's amazing in this program. So I darken the eyes here and then I lighten them down here. And then I'll probably add a little bit lighter touch here. And the pupils. And then we're going to make it bigger. I think there could be such thing as too much shine. So I want to be kind of careful to not give it too much. Now eyes, here's the thing about eyes. So like really the whites of the eyes are not white technically. So I add a little bit of, typically I add a little bit of gray at the top of the eyes because it's not always white. I mean, you can with like anime stuff, but it's not always white. I don't know. I think I want to add a little bit of lighter blue to it. There we go. Kind of gives it more contrast. Okay. So next I'm going to work on these wings. I love this airbrush tool. Love it, love it, love it. It makes things so easy when coloring. I think I like, I will have to say, I think out of all the programs that I've used, Clip Studio Paint has some of the best coloring tools. And on Procreate, I don't even use, at all, I don't even use their airbrush tool. I just don't think it's as good as Clip Studio Paint's. I use my own set of other brushes, but And this program, I think the airbrush tool is amazing. It is amazing, and I don't think there's anyone that is better, and you can't tell me otherwise. Maybe you could, but I love it. Just, I don't have to like do much. It just does what I want it to do. Okay. I add some shadows to the feathers. And there are other ways of doing this too. I'm just doing it using color, but you can do it with the other modes, like adding light or dark, which I will probably do here in a bit. I do use the other modes, but for now, we're just going to do the color. Gosh, it just paints. I love it. Okay, now we're gonna go a little bit darker. Miss Snow Angel. She's gonna have some pretty wings. And I'll probably add a little bit of, oh, oopsies. Add a little bit of white to the tips. To the top. There we go. And I'm going to do the same with these feathers. So I'm going to do a little bit of okay. And then a little bit of white. All right, next, I think we should do her skin. So with skin, I kind of have a few rules that I typically go by. I usually do a little bit of like more orange colors. And for the shading and stuff, because I think orange and browns are really pretty, especially for this skin color. It depends on the skin color, but this particular skin color, I typically gravitate towards browns and oranges. Let's see. And you can have the skin kind of go a little bit into the hair too. Just kind of molds into it. So shading, I typically shade right by the hairline, right by the eyes, and I'll put a little bit of shading here and then by the neck and the neckline. Let me see. So I'll probably go a little bit darker, kind of here to kind of make it pop. Okay. And sometimes I do like blend it in a little bit. Ooh. I use a lot of, so on Procreate, I use a lot of Liquify, a lot of blending. This program, I don't have to do as much of that. I do a lot more on Procreate. I use the Gaussian blur a lot. In this program, I don't feel the need to use it as much just because the airbrush tool is just amazing. But I do use it some. Oops, I got some blue. And then sometimes I'll go over okay. Next, I will add some whites in some areas. And then next I will make it a little bit lighter in some areas as well, not just the whites. Let's see. Then I'll blend it in. Well, guys, it's been a little bit since my last recording. I actually wanted to go over a little bit more on the AI stuff just because there's been a little bit of time since I last recorded from then till now, and I have a little bit more insight this time than I think I did before. But first, we're going to actually start with her hair, and I kind of want to add some oranges. So I kind of want to do this orange theme with her hair and then kind of going into this blonde and yellow colors. So kind of what I wanted to talk about with the AI stuff. I've had a little bit more time to think about it, and originally when I was talking about AI, I was mostly talking about AI in general as a tool, but I've spent some time looking into it a little bit more, and although I don't 100% agree with AI as a tool, I mean, it can be used as a tool and it can be used as something for good. I'm not a huge fan of it just because I think it takes away from human creativity and as a general rule, and it might discourage people from appreciating art. I don't think it will completely. As I said before, I think you can appreciate an artist who does art without the generated stuff. But I really do think, though, I was looking into this and I was thinking about what other artists are saying, and the biggest concern that other artists have is not the actual AI technology itself as being a problem. Most artists have a problem with with AI stealing other people's artwork without paying them and without giving them compensation for it. And AI is stealing from these other artists and using it to generate their own pictures. And that I don't agree with at all. I think that if you're going to use someone else's art to generate your own pictures, I think that the artist should be compensated for sure. And you see this in you see this in music. You see it in if you were to use someone's copywritten music, even if it's just a few notes or a few sounds, digitally it'll pick it up and say, "Hey, whoa man, this is copywritten stuff," as a general statement. Yes, it could almost dilute it to almost a way where you can't really tell, but typically AI, typically it can be catched. It can be caught. And I think that is wrong. If they're taking other artists' art and just saying, "Hey, we're going to just steal this art and we're going to use it to generate pictures," that's wrong. I 100% think that that's wrong. I think that if an artist wants to be a part of this, they can pay the artist, and if the artist is okay with it, I think that that's fine. Like, to an extent, but I think it's fine that the artist can get compensated, and then voila, like, you can use that. But to go in and use someone else's art that they've spent time and then just say, "Hey, we're going to generate something new and then we're going to claim it as our own," is wrong. And I think a lot of artists agree with this thought. That's why the biggest issue with AI generated pictures is the fact of stolen art. And honestly, like I had said before, I'm not a huge fan of the whole, like, we're just going to push AI and see how far we can get, push science and see how far. I just don't think that it's necessary, but teach their own. I think AI is going to become a thing, and I think that we as humans are going to have to kind of get used to that, or we just quit. We need to stop. And so I guess where I'm coming with this is, I think they should stop stealing from other people. And I think that they should, if they're gonna use it, which is probably gonna continue to be a thing, then compensate the artists that really want to do this and that are for it, because there are some that are for it, and then use those images. I think it just makes sense. I mean, especially like in the music industry, to me it makes sense. So I don't understand why we're not treating art the same way. And I think also photography is going to become an issue too. I mean, I think we're just going to have to, as artists, be a little bit more creative in our art in some ways. I think we're just going to have to be a little bit more creative, and the same goes for photography. I think that photographers, they're going to have to become a little bit more creative too. It's not just art, it's also photos. I think the human experience is such a beautiful one that we don't really need this. But that's just my personal belief, and personal beliefs don't really match with what all society wants. But I truly believe that we as human beings are better off just enjoying life experience, having fun drawing, having fun doing their own beautiful thing in this world. And we just don't need something that's not human doing this. It just doesn't make any, it just, to me, it's just for money purposes at that point. It's like, well, we can just create this AI generated thing, and we don't need to pay an artist, which is wrong. I mean, that is just, I mean, sure you could, but it's, to me, it's just wrong. I feel like there's, I don't know. Anyways, that's basically all I kind of wanted to add to it was, yeah, I don't particularly agree with all of this, but especially if they're stealing, that's not okay either. So I'm gonna add some hard light. That's what this is for. I'm gonna add some hard light. Probably gonna do a little bit more. Add some hard light too. So to give her some highlights. Actually, kind of want to go that. There we go. I kind of experimented with the soft light earlier to see if I'd like it with the highlights, and I didn't really like it as much, so that's why I'm kind of sticking to the hard light here. Plus, she's an angel. She's got to look pretty. Kind of wanted to add a little bit of glow, but not too much to her hair. I like it. I like the light. Yeah, she's an angel. She's got to glow. Angels have to glow, I think. When I think of angels, I think of glowing, pretty beings. And she's a snow angel, so. Also, I wanted to add a little bit of hard light to her wings. Give them a little bit of glow. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty. I love the glow features. I think that they're so pretty. And kind of blend it in so it doesn't look like all these strokes. Oh, I like it. Let's see if I can add a little bit of glow to her eyes too. I mean, mine as well. You see. She has a little bit more of this kind of blue. I don't know, she's got a little bit twinkle. See, if I do too much, it kind of gives it a hazy look, and I don't really want to do that. Okay, so next I'm gonna work a little bit on her little floof here and the little bit of floof, a little bit of her gown. And I kind of want to make it kind of simple. I mean, this whole art piece is a little bit simple, but I wanted to kind of make it a little bit simple. Let's see, let's do... Giving her some shadows here. Giving her a little bit of shadow. Give her a little bit more shadow. Okay. Then I'm gonna give her a little bit of hard light. A little bit of hard light on here. Let's see. I kind of want to do a little bit darker shadows in certain areas. Right in here. Kind of just make this area pop a little bit more. That way it doesn't look so flat. So I want to tell you guys, I this year grew a garden. Some of y'all who follow my Instagram might have seen some of my garden stuff on my Instagram. And I tried to grow multiple things, okay, like broccoli. I tried to grow just different vegetables because I've never really had I've never really had a garden. Now I can grow plants like nothing. Um, but when it comes to growing a garden, like food, this is my first time. And I grew things like broccoli. I grew things like, all sorts of stuff. I grew tomatoes. I grew, I'm trying to think, I grew cucumbers. I tried to grow, I don't even remember what all I tried to grow, okay? Because this is what happened. The cucumbers took over, and so did the tomatoes. I have so many tomatoes. I have so many cucumbers. I made like probably 20 jars of pickles because I had so many cucumbers. The broccoli didn't take off. I think I tried to grow cabbage, but that didn't take off either. I think the broccoli, like something started eating it. It just, it was a mess. I'm gonna say it was a mess. And I'm glad I tried because I got some food out of it, but I mean, when all you have is tomatoes and cucumbers, that's all you're gonna eat for a while. I mean, when I said I have a lot, I had a lot of cucumbers, a lot, and a lot of tomatoes. I still have tomatoes. I have like probably like 4 or 5 bowls of just tomatoes because I grew too many tomatoes. I even tried to I don't know. I'm drawing, so I'm thinking about drawing. I tried to grow. What was it? I tried to grow. Um, Basil, because basil grows pretty well here. It didn't grow at all. I've grown basil before, but for some reason it didn't grow. And I don't know why. Why is it doing this? Okay. Here we go. It's just trying to catch up with what I'm doing. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do next is work on the background a little bit. I kind of want to fix this part in her hands. I don't know, I just kind of went real simple with her art and this art piece in general. I kind of went kind of simple, mostly because I'm still trying to learn this program. Then I think it kind of helped me to start simple, and then as I'm getting used to it, I'm going to draw more complicated stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is alpha lock this, if I can figure out how to do that. Lock layer. Is that it? Lock layer? No. Maybe it's this one. So I want to kind of give her, I'm going to try to see if this is it. Let's see. Okay, yes it is. So I'm going to kind of add a little bit of red glow to her line art. So it's not so red. Or not so red, not so black. Words don't come to me easy when I draw. Apparently. I'm like saying all sorts of stuff during this. Oh no, wrong. Okay. I like the red. It's pretty red. And then I want to do like blue. Oh no. Blue. So it's not so black on the, not as harsh on the lines. No. Why is it doing that? Did I do something? You know what? I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. Nope. I don't know what I did. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're just going to... And then we're going to get the red. Cool beans. And we have to also like paint her mouth. Let me see, blue. Gotta paint your mouth, lady. Otherwise you'll look funky. There, snow angel. I made a snow angel. But she has no snow. Wait, why did it do that? What? Why did it do that? Okay, well, we're gonna fix it. There we go. Okay, so let's see. We'll do a little bit of by her nose. There we go. Ooh. The question is, do I like this? I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. I think it's a cute start, but I don't know if I like this picture. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Just because I feel like I could do a way better job in Procreate. But that's okay. It's all a learning process. It's cute enough. It's fine. We're fine. It's all fine. There we go. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Ugh. I'm gonna fix this because it's gonna bug me. Wait, why is it doing that? Oh, we're in the wrong layer. Of course we are. All right. Next, we're gonna do the snow. I'm gonna see. So I think this program has like snow features and stuff. So maybe they have easy peasy snow features. Bloodstains. I like this effect. Let's see what we can do with this effect. We'll do this on a separate layer, and we're going to do this as soft light. If I don't like it, we'll change it. I like the effect, but I think I want to do it in a different color. I'm going to add some purple. Get some purple. If it'll do it. I mean, cool, I guess. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Now you can see the purple. Kinda. Cool. Let's see. I mean, glitter. Is glitter kind of snowy? Let's see if glitter snows. Ooh, no. We're not doing that. I guess this is cheating. But sometimes I think that that's okay. We're just going to make it look kind of cool. Sand. I don't need sand. I need snow. Do y'all not have any snow? I don't need that. No. You know, it may make me download. What is this? You know what? That might be good enough. Good enough. It's snowing. Good job. We figured it out. I don't know if that's really snow. Maybe blood stains. Yes, let's use blood stains. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Oop, no, I don't want that. Stop. Okay. We're gonna use blood stain. as snow for the snow angel. All right, and then we're gonna do this glitter. Is it the glitter one? The glitter cross. Let's see. Yes. Perfect. Miss Snow Angel. There we go. She's got white blood stains all over herself, but it's snow. Okay, so there was a lot of like updates that had happened between the last set of filming and now. So I actually did some adjustments because when the updates happened, it completely cleared the picture as it was. And so basically I lost a lot of information that I had done previously. So I had to kind of go back and do some more to the painting. And a couple of things that I've done that I changed. Well, one of the biggest one is I adjusted the wings to look white instead of keeping the darker outline. And so that was one thing that I adjusted. I had to redo a lot of this line work where I had to repaint it and redo the background, and it was unfortunate, but I guess with all the updates that are going on, I don't know if my computer just didn't update or what, but it kind of messed with, basically it messed with the output of the painting. It crashed. Essentially is what I'm saying, is my computer crashed. Either way, because I lost all that, I had to redo some of this, and so this is kind of where I left off, and I wanted to finish up a few extra things before I say this is a completed painting. The biggest one is I really wanted to do this effect that I found. It's called Soft, and I think it can add some beautiful snow-like appearance. So this is pretty much the last part of the painting. I might do a little bit of touching up here and there, but I mean, I think this is pretty much it as far as this painting goes. So I don't want to overdo it because I do like the colors in the background, but I do kind of want to add like this soft snow effect. And it is kind of snowing. I mean, she's a snow angel, so I saw this and I really, really liked it, and I said, you know, this would be a really good effect for this particular picture. There we go. I think it's cute, and I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. It's been an experience, honestly, with all the stuff that's been happening to my computer, and then now like having to redo it. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this painting. Again, I don't want to redo it too much, but I think it looks good. She looks good as a cute little snow angel. I'm going to save it this time so I don't lose what I have. But thank you guys for watching. It's been fun. Please like and subscribe my videos if you like to continue watching some of my videos. And thank you guys for being a part of this art journey with me. It's been quite the journey, especially within this last year. I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning. If you guys would like a specific tutorial or some help with something, if I can do it, I'd love to help. Again, please like and subscribe, and thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.